The Ada Slim Show. The Ada Slim Show. Let's go.
Underage marriage. The issue of underage marriage is undoubtedly one of the most controversial issues in our continent, Africa, as it involves a lot of political, cultural, and religious considerations. In the States, I have been asked a lot of questions about Africa, including, is it true that people are forced to get married as teenagers in Africa? So, in my own defense, I had to hit the streets of New York to also ask if they think it's normal to get married at such a young age.
Would you ever give away your underage child for marriage?
No. No, I would not.
No, I would never give away my daughter. Ever. Ever.
Until she's old enough, right?
And she can make her own decisions.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, never. Never.
No, I would not. She's too young to know how to live her life, and I don't think she'd end up with the right person.
Sometimes I run into a very young crowd who make a whole joke out of the entire situation. And sometimes I end up being the guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Central Park. We're here today with
Ada Slim.
Ada Slim. We're having an interview. We're asking Ada Slim if she would give away her underage siblings for marriage. And your answer is?
What's your answer?
My answer is no. So
Why?
there you go.
Why would
Because
you do
I don't
that?
own a person to give them away.
No, I mean, would you give your consent?
Because I believe in love. Look at the romance going on.
Financial challenges. Could it be a justification for underage marriage?
No, I wouldn't marry for money. I'd marry for love. But that's just me.
Nope. I'll figure it out. I won't do that. Never. Even now at their age, I wouldn't do it.
No, we would figure something out. I would talk to my family and my friends, but we would never do that.
Knowing how skeptical my people could be on the opinions of foreigners on African matters, we decided to bring the argument back home. So we hit the streets of Lagos.
Underage marriage shouldn't be encouraged. It's something that you cannot encourage. Underage marriage is not it. It shouldn't be in existence.
Oh, God forbid, no.
Wow, you're such a good mom.
I'll even my hair away at the age of 20. It should be from 22 upwards.
Exactly.
Underage is totally. It's also. I think it's also part of an abuse on a girl child, because it's not only being mature, reaching adolescent age and being able to give birth to a child. It should also be matured upstairs.
Exactly.
Yes, up there. Yeah.
Underage marriage, I don't really support it, because the lady might get married, she doesn't know anything about the marriage, you understand? She might maybe the guy was trying to fix her rights and it seems not to work, you get? Because it's good to be of age when you get married, so that you can know what to do in the house, try to put the home in the right way. At least, even if you have a baby, you can know how to train the baby, put him or her in the right position, so that when he grows, he won't depart from that which you taught him or her.
Yeah, the issue about underage marriage is a simple logic. You know, there are two ways to think about the thing. Let's think it from the easy side. You know, a child that is not mature, you give that child a mature activity, the child is going to go out of point. And you know, there are so many troubles. I've seen few marriages like that. Young girl of 16, 15, 14, going to marriage. I've encountered 12, 13. And at the end of the day, the son grew up to want to beat his mother. You know, because after all, he can have a babe that is 10 years older or 12 years older, you know.
There is still more to underage marriage. We tend to focus on the religious and cultural aspects. What about the medicals? So I needed to talk to a professional medical practitioner. I asked my friend, Dr. Francis, what are the medical implications of underage marriage?
Underage marriage will be marrying a girl child that is less than 18 years. Best is not an adult yet. And the issues are this. For a child to be married off at less than 18, chances are high that this girl child may not have completed her secondary school education. And because the child is less than 18, the child may not have attained the child's potential growth, best maturity as a human being. So when this child eventually gets pregnant, and has a baby when it's time for labor, because the pelvis has not developed to its maximal potential. The birth canal is small. Most of the time they have difficult labor, what we call cephalopelvic disproportion. Head of a baby bigger than the passage, bigger than the birth canal. So the labor is not going to work. Like you are going to pass a baby this big, yeah, this big through this hole, of course it's not going to go. So the labor most of the time is prolonged, it gets obstructed. And the prolonged pressure on the bladder causes them to have what we call vesicovaginal fistula. As in there will be a leakage of urine after. Most of the time baby is there anyway, because this labor goes on not in the hospital. If you are in the hospital, the doctors will detect that there is disproportion and then they will go for a cesarean section. But most of the time it happens in bed attendants' homes or in their homes or wherever. So most of the time the child dies, and this woman, because of the long pressure on the bladder, she starts leaking urine afterwards, and she continues to leak urine all her life. She can't control, urine is coming clean all the time, and because of this thing happening, the husband usually abandons them and goes to another woman, and she remains poor all her life. Because she's under 18, she doesn't have any qualification, she's not economically empowered, so the effect is a multiplier effect. Yeah. Yes.
The Ada Slim Show. Let's go.
My name's John Ikechukwu Okafo. Ibu mpakọta konyi konyi. Ọganigwe na nonu eke nwanyi bụ ewuru mgbada. Ọgaraja anọ anụ akam. Please keep watching Ada Slim.